first down efficiencies, we're rolling it, and no turnovers today. That was the big one, and
Yeah, that
at
one
the end
hurt.
of the day, that's what you have to really look forward to is when you don't turn the ball over. I mean, with the offense, like, you're doing stuff good. You're keeping the ball moving, and you're not turning it over, giving them positions to score, and that's really the big one. That's the one we've struggled with a lot this spring that today we really cleaned up, was just keeping the ball on our side.
Dalton, you guys have had a lot of injuries on the offensive line. How are you guys coping with that, shuffling some things around?
It's, again, I mean, you guys seen it last year too. It's the next man up mentality. It's about just everyone studying as hard as they can, every position they can. And I mean, Myron moved down to guard for a little bit, and I mean, Winkle's down at guard right now too. And those two were two guys that were expected to play tackles, and it's just trying to get everyone up there to play what they can and to do what they can. And I mean, it's really everyone just steps up and steps in, and there's no complaining, there's no nothing, and we're excited. Whoever goes out there, the best 5 go out there, and we do it.
Gabe, this is your last spring. How things going from a leadership standpoint, being a senior, and your development overall?
Having to step up in that role, you just got to take guys with you and know you got to go down a positive stream. We're going to forget about last year and how things went. We're going to go forward and take the guys that we have going in, knowing that we have to go out there and compete. Coach calls the 3 freshmen the pups, but, we kind of threw them to the wolves early so they can go out there and have that experience. When Colin Clay gets here, he's going to get that experience too. We want to make sure we put him in that habitat where he can understand game time situations so we can get after it.
Speaking of those freshmen, Eric Gregory and Soley have been working with the second group a lot. 2 different types of bodies with those guys. How have they been adjusting to everything?
Eric, actually, the first couple of days, Eric went to the D tackles.
Yeah,
he kind of tried to hide away from us, And Chief told him, said, we recruited you as a defensive end. You're gonna play some DN, but he wanted to be with D tackles for a while. And then you got Soley. Soley's gonna be really good. Great hands. All of 6'4", 225. And you got Zach Williams. He's quick, very twitchy, starting to develop a concept where he's getting comfortable. And once he gets comfortable with his work habits and how he trains at practice, then it kind of flow into the teamwork things where he can feel comfortable in the games.
Dalton, do you feel like you guys are able to absorb the injuries a little bit better just because there are better numbers on the offensive line?
I mean, I think so, but I mean, even last year and everything too, we were able to absorb the injuries too and get everything rolling still. Because I mean, Coach Fry does a tremendous job at cross training both left and right, but both guard, tackle, center. Like the guys know everything, and the level of the game that we have mentally now helps you be able to, now that I know what the guard does, I know what I'm doing at tackle, I know what I'm doing at center and all that stuff. And he's really good with helping us just really, I guess, push us to just keep learning. Higher level learning is what he always says in our meetings. And he's just trying to think. He's what happens if you're going in at center? I'm not going to be a center. I'm not 6'9" center, but what happens? Is what stuff happens like that. And it's you always have to try to make sure you know everything so you can help everyone out. And with as far as the injuries that we've had so far, I mean, the numbers have definitely helped. Yes, I'll admit that. But I mean, it's next man up mentality. Everyone steps up and steps down into different positions and all that stuff.
You guys have families now that aren't with your position groups. Who are you guys with? What's the name of your families, and how is that going? What's that dynamic like?
We're the intentional family.
Yep.
Coach Lunny.
Yeah, it's all about every family has a different word that is their emphasis, and ours is intentional. Everything you do, it's with intention. It's
Mean it.
You're just going through it, mean it, and that's exactly what you said, mean it.
100%
in everything you do, and just don't lazy it. Don't be lazy.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
So y'all are in the same family then?
We are, yes.
Okay, cool. Gabe, the actual take from today, what was your thought about how the first unit on defense performed today?
We played physical. We, we got the call. We sat back, and you got to execute. Everybody executed. We did our job, knowing that we have to have each other's back as men. Everybody has one job, and everybody does that one job, then we can execute as a defense. I think we played very physical and fast today.
A lot of people were talking about Sosa. He got with it yesterday, and I mean he's back today. What have you made of what his spring has been like?
Sosa is a guy that's he makes it kind of easy on everybody else because, he has to attract that double team. You know that when Sosa's in there, they're going to put 2 guys on him, which gives you an open one-on-one. And you just got to be ready to make the opportunity best, whether he gets the one-on-one or you get it.
Gabe, you line up across from those guys every day in practice. What have you seen from the offensive line and the progression from practice 1 to today?
The offensive line is picking up on tendencies very well. You know, he's not going to block me the same way he blocked somebody else. He's going to come with different things. I mean, you got guys that's coming in with experience, JUCO transfers like my roommate, your boys in Awana, and Murray Cunningham. Both those guys, you know, they continue to work and progress each and every day. They gonna see one move, they gonna expect it the next time, but you know, we got to give them a little spicy chicken, make sure they can't, you know, catch up to it. We're gonna keep working every day. So.
Specific, we weren't able to watch all the scrimmages. Any specific big plays that stood out, both offense and defense, to you guys? Tackles for loss or big plays?
There's a big. We ran a play going down, busted for. I can't remember who ran it. Busted for 40.
Chase.
40 that was Chase. 40,
Outrun so
45
hard.
yards, and it was a big play we got that was just installed and everything, and just opened up. It was perfect. Just well execution and everything, and so there's a bunch of other passes too in there too, but it was a good scrimmage, just battling back and forth, the competition. Man. Defense would be up some, offense would be up some, just back and forth. It was good.
It's that flow of the energy. You know, momentum starts to shift a little bit, even though, you know, we get out to the quarterback. I think we got out the quarterback very well today. We had some TFLs. We flying in the backfield. Everybody's getting involved. It was some big hits. The DBs out there playing. Yeah, we was in there. We was physical today. I like the competition we had.
Big hits?
Yeah. Miles Mason.
Miles, he was out there today.
Miles Mason, a guy that's balled out all spring. Brendan Young. He's a walk-on senior safety. He's come down and he's hitting. He's fearless. Joe Fouché, he's a safety right now. He's a banger. He's gonna play physical. Cam Curl, hey, the man's everywhere. He's gonna hit you.
All right, guys, thanks.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.